So there, recording. All right. So I'm going to follow up first about the coach open house. So once a month, we are going to run a coach open house where we, for 3 days, or we could do it for 1 day if we had people who could go live throughout the course of the day, to tackle some of the topics that we kind of lay out. So what I have been doing is on the first day, I tell my story and my why and how coaching came to be. On day 2, I always talk about some of the tasks that we get involved in with as coaches and the time that takes, because it varies for everybody. And then on Friday, I usually talk about the objection that people typically give me, because when you just give pieces of what it is that we do, instead of giving them too much information, it's just give them a little bit of a snapshot. And so what I typically do is I have already, up the wazoo, gone back to the people that I brought into the group new this month. And if I notice that anyone who's in that group, see, I don't remove people. So next month, the people that are in there this month, if they don't sign on, they get the coach sneak peek all over again. So if the same coaches go live, or if different coaches go live, it gives them a really good idea of what our Snoop groups are all about and what coaching is all about, just the pieces of it. And so the timeline would look something like this. You invite somebody to the Snoop group, they do the Snoop group, they sign up with a challenge pack, you introduce them, you welcome them to the team in the Snoop group page with a little graphic, Team Fit Balance coaching, newest coach, Sally Smith, and can't wait to welcome you into our team page. And then you would put them through the 5-day crash course. And the 5-day crash course is where they would go before they get into Team Fit Balance coaching. So you're introducing them in the Snoop group basically to create some FOMO for people who have not yet signed up. Fear of missing out. We want to create that sense of urgency, like, oh man, this group, they signed up as a coach, and they were in the same group as I. They got the exact same information as I did, and it was enough for them to just jump. And usually people are just nervous and they're letting fear hold them back. So you introduce them in the Snoop group page, and then you add them to the 5-day crash course. Once they go through those 3 or 4 videos, you then put them in the team page and you do another introduction where you introduce, same as you introduced them in the Snoop group. Does that make sense? Kind of a continuum. And so that is what we talk about being duplicatable. We want to do that every single month. We want to show up in the Snoop group. We want to tell our story, share something that's been successful, introduce new coaches, take them from there, put them, and I leave my coaches in there, because then the following month, when they have coaches who might be thinking about joining this business, they will bring them into that Snoop group, because that's what happened for them. And that's what we want to duplicate. We want to duplicate that process of challengers, signing up coaches, the excitement around the Snoop group, the excitement around introducing them, and then the 5-day crash course, and then into the team page. And I will tell you that your pack, your team, your group will run as fast as you're running. They will go after Success Club if you're going after Success Club. They will make that a priority if you're making it your priority. You have a month where you're not hitting Success Club, whoop-de-doo in the grand scheme of things, right? It should be your goal. I'm sitting at 4. And I'm definitely not giving up until I go to bed tomorrow night, because, right? Yeah, tomorrow night. Because I want to go to the Success Club party, and you can't go to the Success Club party if you miss one of the months in Success Club. And so, yeah, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be following up like a mad woman. So that's the Snoop group. Okay, Instagram. So being the teacher that I am, I always take the gaps that people have, the pieces of information that they're clearly missing by the questions that I'm getting. And so I had a number of coaches when we did that little dance off on Saturday ask me, how the heck do you do an Instagram story? And I've never done that before. And where do I find them? And what does that mean? And I thought, this is perfect. It's not a matter of, oh my gosh, how do you not know what an Instagram story? For me, it was like, okay, this is exactly where we need to go next, because we talk about growing our network, but we say that and it's lip service. People don't understand what growing your network means. So you have what's called a warm market. Those are the people that you know right now before you even started Beachbody. And through posting both on Facebook and on Instagram or on a business page, you are growing your following, you're growing your network. So there's a number of ways that you can do that. You can post on your personal page, you can post to your business page, you can post to your Facebook stories, your Instagram page, or your Instagram stories. But either way, regardless of where you're doing it, there's algorithms for both platforms, Facebook and Instagram. There's different people watching your stories than who are necessarily going to see what's showing up in your newsfeed. People don't usually go to Facebook and go, I wonder what Sarah posted today. I bet you she worked out. I'm going to go find it on her page. That's not what we do. We are just scrolling, doing that thumb exercise, and we happen upon people's posts when we're scrolling. But stories, yes, they're only there for 24 hours, but that's the beauty of them because you get to recreate that every single day. So my challenge for everybody from today, say till like Wednesday or Thursday, I want to see your stories. So tag me in some of them. I will tag you in some of them. If you want to put a challenge out there, like a water bomb challenge or a dance off or a plank challenge, tag each other. And then, because what happens is when you tag somebody in your story, you can then share that to your stories. And then people start to see the community behind it. I get a lot of feedback over those silly dances that we did on the weekend. People were just like, oh my God, that's so fun. Oh, that's so, like, you guys are a nutball. A girl at work today, she's like, what a nut job you are. I'm like, I know, but it's so much fun. So the best way, I should say, not the only way, but one of a really good way to grow your network is on stories and posting much more frequently. When I heard that people didn't, like, it made me realize that, okay, I need to take a step back and talk about Instagram and Facebook and why we're posting on there. So I went on a couple people's pages and I'm like, posting your sweaty selfie and posting your workout is nowhere near enough. And there are some people who have like pages who post 1-2 times a day, just their workouts. And it's like day after day after day after day after day after day, month after month after month of sweaty selfies and crushed it. And, awesome, right? Those are great things. But why are people coming to your page, right? Why do people come to what you're offering on social media? It's not just to see you holding yourself accountable to your workout. It's for all of us to see the community that we have, the connection that we're making, the personal development that we're going through, the challenges that we're experiencing, the triumphs that we're experiencing, so that we are overcoming those barriers, so that when we talk about it being hard, we're proving that it's hard, or we're showing that we're like, I'm going to make a post now about going to see a movie right after work today and how my supper was popcorn. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that because I'm at work today and I'm talking to the girls that are in our page. And Erin and her and I were talking about going to a movie, and I'm like, I'm going to a movie. We just decided I'm going to have popcorn supper. First day on a program, and I'm having popcorn supper. That's your coach. But that's reality. That's what we did. And so when you're sharing on social media, I want you to keep in mind of who you're posting for. Who do you picture or envision when you're posting? Are you picturing other moms who feel lost, who feel like they give everything to everybody else and don't have any time for themselves, who this idea of balance needs to be recreated so that they stop saying, oh, everything in moderation, everything in balance, but in actual fact, they create space and time in their calendar so that they can give themselves 30 minutes a day so that they can feel refreshed and energized and able to pour into other people's cup. Think about that person every single time that you create a post. And so every time you create a post, are you creating it for a challenger? Are you speaking to somebody who needs a workout plan and a nutrition plan and accountability and support and mentorship? Then post like that. Or if you are posting to recruit coaches, then you're posting about the lifestyle. You're posting about the paycheck. You're posting about the team calls, the community, the tribe, the going away on trips, the excitement about going away and knowing nobody. Like, Darlene, I would be talking about the fact that you're coming to Summit and none of us have ever met. Like, I've gone to Summit with Cynthia, and I met her in a campground. The campground that we go to every summer, I met her, I met her husband randomly because he was going to go work out and I was going to go work out, and he was going to T25 and I was going to Insane Max 30, and boom, I don't know how many years ago that was. Then we became friends on Facebook, and then she signed a coach on my team, and now we still go to the same campground. They go for a month, I go for 2 weeks, and we work out every single morning. So her and I had already met each other when we went to Summit. Sarah and I taught her son, like, you're going to go to Summit. Jen's coming from BC, but her and I went to high school together. Ange and I went to high school together. Darlene, you should post about the fact that you're going to Summit. You're freaking so excited about the fact that you get to pick between this trainer, this trainer, this trainer, this trainer. And it's not weird that you've never met any of us. Like, that's the beauty of this business, that might feel uncomfortable to some people, but you learn to feel comfortable in that uncomfortable setting, because you want to feel what it feels like to go to Summit and be surrounded by uplifting, positive, outgoing, like forward thinking people who love workout, passionate, a company that you are proud of, and you're traveling to an unknown city to room with a bunch of girls you don't even know, and like free cocktails, free breakfast. Like that's exciting for people. That's the kind of thing that you would post when you are looking to recruit people who want to feel that. So every time that you create a post, whether it's a written post or it's a story, who are you talking to? What are you trying to attract them to? What are you trying to sell them on? Is it a challenge pack with a bag of Shakeology, or is it team calls and connection and kind of being together? So the stories are going to go up for 24 hours, and my stories in the morning are the exact same, like pouring my water, drinking my Energize, getting a workout in, a little few words of wisdom, like a picture with the word done on it. My lunch is packed, and then like I don't think I have a post in there since this morning. I think I posted my lunch, and that's it. And so I'm going to go on after here, and I'm going to talk about the busy night that we had, and we went to a movie, and then we had a team call, and sets my soul on fire, all the things. And you get to repeat that every single day. And people start to watch your stories and look forward to your stories, and it becomes easier to put yourself on camera. It gets easier to put yourself out there gradually. Okay. I'm trying to think of some other things. My eyes are dead today. Okay. Snoop group. I'm going to have a May calendar made up soon. I think that's it. I'm going to go follow up with people like crazy. It's 8:20. I'm going to give myself 40 minutes to go follow up with tons of people. I really want to make it SC. Well, at this point, I'll be up with SC6. I'm at 4, but I'm not going to give up. Questions? My friend Darlene? No. Okay. I'm going to stop recording.